Hey, hello everybody. I've returned. Now you've clicked on this video, and no, it's not clickbait. Well, actually, I don't even know why I named the title, so I might just be sounding stupid right now. But it's probably something like "Don't watch part 7" or something like that. I don't know. But yeah. It's not clickbait. Well, it kind of is. Like, I would recommend to watch it, but you have to watch this video first because um this is coming from someone that has recently read part 7. So to the JoJo fans out there, I'm one of you. Trust me. Like I didn't sit through 7 parts to hate on the show or the manga or whatever, but I do have some things I feel like need to be said. So obviously, as you know, Steel Ball Run is one of the top parts of JoJo's second best rated manga in of all time. You know what I'm saying? And it is amazing. It's amazing. It's a great part. But I truly think that partially it is a bit overhyped. Now I know that's gonna hurt some people because like I know, like I understand it's a great part, but you have to understand. People talk about this part as if it's like the holy grail of JoJo's, like it's perfect and that it can do no wrong. But I'm here to tell you, I'm sorry, but it can do wrong. It can. The part is not perfect. Now, what it is it's amazing. It's a great story with amazing characters and amazing just everything. Like the reason why it's so overhyped, I understand. But you also have to understand it's not perfect. And really nothing's perfect. But I do think that people kind of overrate part 7 just a little bit. And the reason usually wouldn't care, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a lot of overrated shows out there. But for part 7, I feel like it's something special. And if you're overhyping it, you're kind of indirectly you're making it you're gonna make people dislike it really because if people's expectations are up here like beyond here and even if it gets to like right there like that's still amazing but their expectations weren't met and I feel like that's what happened with me the first time I read part 7. Even though I loved it, I did feel a bit like I don't know, like I was expecting too much, you know what I'm saying, and it did lead to like a little bit of disappointment when I realized, certain characters weren't utilized the way I thought they were, or certain storylines didn't go the way I thought they would. But at the end of the day, it's just another JoJo part. It is comparable to part 6. It's comparable to part 5. It's comparable to any other one of your favorite parts. It's comparable. Now it might be your favorite, but at the end of the day, it's not like part 7 is just a leap above everything else, and then everything else is just trash. No, it's not like that. Like people treat the other parts as if they're inferior to part 7, but I promise you, you could like part 4 more than part 7. You could like part 6 more than part 7. Now that doesn't take away from what part 7 did amazingly, and what a lot of people say, part 7 did great. It does do those things great, but they fail to look at what it does a bit bad because there are some characters that will be a bit wasted. There will be some plot lines that don't make the most amount of sense. And let's not act like, that's something crazy to say because it happens in all the JoJo's parts. I mean, when you look at like just random fights in JoJo, sometimes, like they just BS their way out of it. And that's just how JoJo's goes. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But people act as if that's not the case. Like, part 7 can do no wrong. Like, I can't say exactly what happens, obviously, because I don't want to spoil, but yeah, just know if you go in with like solid expectations, just in the middle, just expect to have a good time. Your expectations will be blown away. It's an amazing part. And I feel like if you aren't overhyped and you're not like your expectations aren't too high, you're gonna love it. It might end up being your favorite part, you know what I'm saying? I do think it has the potential to be the best part. But for me, it's definitely up there. I just don't know if it's my number one, but I don't know. That's beside the point. The point is that as long as you're not overhyped, as long as the hype is there, the hype can be there. Obviously, like you want hype, but just don't be overhyped, because like there are certain parts of it that aren't up to par. Like most of it is great, but I will admit, like there's some parts that just make you go, "Damn, did they really have to do that like that?" You know what I'm saying? I feel like this was could have been better if it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not perfect. That's all I'm gonna say. And when you see, it being the second highest rated manga, and everyone's saying it's the best JoJo's part, and you know what I'm saying, it's like a reset and something completely different. Your expectations, they go too far. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying, and you should take this advice for literally everything. Keep your expectations grounded, and you will love the part. I promise you. Because it's not a bad part. I'm not trying to say that. It's not a bad part, and it's not uh like disappointing or anything. The only reason I was disappointed is because my expectations were out, just out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm expecting, I was expecting a different show down there because everyone's hyping it up so high, but it's JoJo's at the end of the day. It's just a really good JoJo's part. It's not like it's the best piece of media out there. It's not like it's the best, you know what I'm saying, greatest of all time, like it deserves to be like, you know what I'm saying, praised and shit. But like it's a very, very, very good JoJo's part. Now, if you love JoJo's, you will love this part. But if you're looking for like some AOT level storytelling and then One Piece level world building and then all this just crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying? You're probably not. You'll get that. Like it is good, but you're not gonna get that high. You know what I'm saying? Expect JoJo's. That's what I'm gonna say. Now I know I said a lot of negativity. Like this uh video is quite like it wasn't really praising or anything, but like I just want people to enjoy the part without expecting too much, and then by the end people are gonna be like, oh, was that part 7, was that it, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that, you know what I'm saying? I don't want part 7 to be called mid because everyone was hyping it up to be this insane thing that really we all know it's not gonna be. Like it's not gonna be the most ridiculous, like mind-blowing thing ever, but it's gonna be up there, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it sounds like I'm hating on it, so let me give you some things I really liked about it. The core characters, like the main group of characters, including the villains and stuff, or I'd say the main villain, yeah, and a couple of the other villains too, and yeah, I'll just leave it at that. The main cast, peak, like amazing, actually amazing. Um, whoops, I'm about to get kicked out of my game of Marvel Rivals. Hold on. Well, it's just the practice, but yeah. The core characters, amazing. What's something else? Like the new way Araki kind of tells the story, like it's very different to all the other parts, and just like the way it goes down, like it still has that JoJo randomness and JoJo like quirkiness, but like it because it's a race, it's a lot like just different in the way they encounter enemies and stuff like that. Like it's very, very good when it does that. It's very good with a variety of things, like things I can't even think of off the top of my head, because I read it like 6 months ago. But I'm telling you, it's an amazing part. Don't let this video make you think it's gonna be trash or anything. That's not my intention. I just don't want people to be overhyped and then come out disappointed, because it's definitely possible. It will happen for some people, and I just feel like that will end up kind of ruining the experience for some people just because they thought it was gonna be more than it was. You know, go into it expecting JoJo's and you'll be blown away. I promise you. If you go into expecting JoJo's, knowing that not everything's gonna be, perfectly laid out and every little storyline, every little detail is gonna lead to this crazy giant uh climax or something. As long as you're not expecting something that's not JoJo's to happen, you know what I'm saying? As long as you go in expecting there's gonna be some funny shit, there's gonna be some, ridiculous shit, there's gonna be some crazy weird shit, you know what I'm saying? And like some peak shit, you know what I'm saying? As long as you know you're getting all of that, all that JoJo's has shown you before, you're getting that and a bit more. That's what you should expect. But don't expect it to be like your other favorite show, and then when it turns out that it's not, like on some One Piece stuff, or it's not on some Attack on Titan stuff, or it's not on some like I don't know, whatever other show. I don't know whether those are the only two shows I think of right now, but it's not like that, and then you start hating it. Like, don't do that. Just expect it to be JoJo's, and you'll have an amazing time. That's all I want to say. And yeah, I think it is definitely one of the better parts. But all I want to say is it's comparable. Like, it's not. Even if it's your favorite part, it's not like it's miles ahead of every other part. Like, it's still in the realm of like, it can be comparable to part 5, part 6, part 4, even like part 2, even part 3, if you really, really like part 3, you know what I'm saying? Like, it can be compared to literally all these parts, But it's just that Araki does a lot of the things they did like okay or good in the previous parts. He does it amazingly, like so well in this part. But there are some things that I feel like the JoJo fan base just ignores. That when like there are some things that weren't that good in part 7. Like there will be certain parts where like, damn, that's a bit like, you know. But most, like 95% of the time you're gonna have a great time. I promise you. So I don't want this video to be like, oh my gosh, JoJo's part 7 is trash. No, I promise you. JoJo's fans, don't attack me. I'm one of you, I promise. I just like to keep it real. And yeah, that's all I think. It is an amazing part. I loved it when I read it. I loved every part of it. But at the end of the day, I was expecting something that wasn't ever gonna be. You know what I'm saying? All because people were hyping it up so much, and I just don't want other people to feel disappointed because it turned out to not be as good as they thought it would be because they were expecting something that it was never gonna be in the first place. So just go in expecting JoJo's, and you'll have an amazing time. That's what I've got to say. Thank you for listening. Peace.